We're back on the air. This time it wasn't the internet that caused the problem. Yes, you are back. Hi, howdy ho. I can hear you all. I can see you all. I'm not hearing anything. I'm reading things. So... I can see you. Roger Smith is the last one to say something for me. I'm pretty sure you're broadcasting the comments too. Like, I'm pretty sure the video is actually streaming the comments as well. Eh.
No! I just lost 4,000 souls.
Oh, Dan said that he tried to call you to tell you that the chat was frozen.
Yeah, I figured you were doing that.
I'd be willing to have Dan on one of these live streams sometime. Right now, though, I think it's best that we concentrate on each other. That is.
What would happen if I just ran through without even smiling though?
Oh, I can't believe I just died. You know, Dan, if you did join, I'd just make fun of you for liking Batman v Superman.
I love how we're super optimistic about it just because it's basically because it's the rival to
I haven't changed this avatar since the beta of Uncharted 3's multiplayer. I have used this avatar since then. Like, at this point, it's just tradition. Like, it's not that I think Uncharted 3 is the worst one in the series, but it's still like, you know, like.
Well, even the worst.
I didn't know that back in the day.
It's still a good game, right? I mean.
Sort of. I mean, I would give Uncharted. I would give Uncharted 3 like a 4 out of 10 or some shit. Like legit, like, or like a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10?
Like just below average. And I know that the graphics are like amazing and all that sort of stuff. But the thing is that it's just everything else. Everything else. The enemy placement, the level design, the character interaction. It's so bad. It's like, ugh. It's just one of those things where the production values does not outweigh, you know? And production values can be good. It can...
Another Nana disappeared. So Grunton carries a cage.
I give Last of Us probably 9 out of 10.
Yeah, and Nana's never coming back. So coming to the...
Like, this is coming from someone that absolutely hated Last of Us first time playing it, because I really wanted to hate it. I really, really, really wanted to hate it, but it's too competent. It's too competent for a video game.
I mean, I think you've told me about this before.
I was just a hipster motherfucker when it came to it. Because my friend was like, Last of Us is the best thing ever. Oh my god, it's so amazing. And he wouldn't shut up about it. And he wouldn't shut up about how great it was. And I hated that. I hated it so much that my friend loved it so much. And I was like, I had to go against it. But I wound up, like, actually replaying it several more times. And going for a platinum trophy even at one point, which I did not get. But, I was close. I was close. Rich Evans? Who's Rich Evans? I remember I gave Undertale a 4. You gave Undertale What? You gave it like a low score because you just like hated on it? Like, seriously? I mean, I guess it's not graphically impressive, so that's something, right? But yeah. I think Last of Us is really good. Like, the writing is really solid. It's rock solid. The character interactions are rock solid. And the pacing of it is repetitive and slow at times. But some of those moments, man, like, when... Spoilers, when you play as Ellie, like, for the first time, that moment, that was, like, incredible. Like, the tone of it and the way that things were going, it was, like, it's just a really good moment.
By the way, if we're... Oh, shit. No. I'm just thinking about something, sorry.
The polygon count in Undertale is unacceptable. I'm done spoiling. I hardly spoiled. But I tried to spoil it as least as possible for
The
you.
thing he said was like something that most games would put on the box, like in the...
Yeah, no, the game doesn't advertise a lot of the cooler moments. Thankfully, its marketing does not ruin itself. Metal Gear 5. Am I right?
There were a lot of spoilers in those trailers, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of spoilers in those trailers. You didn't have as much of a problem with MGS5 as I did.
I mean, I still wish we could have that Lord of the Flies Island thing. That would have been cool.
Well,
Yeah.
this pit is for hollows. Or perhaps you... yeah, you'll see.
Palpatine's joining the Mound Makers.
Oh my god, I'm so frustrated right now. I went the wrong way. Damn it.
Well, if you have any
Having trouble
embers...
getting this level to function for me right now. There's like a whole section that's just dead. Like, it's useless right now until I get a key.
No, I never read the reviews for Soft Horror. Especially lately. If you've been sending me anything lately, I haven't been reading it because I'm like been like either super busy or like super disenchanted with life. It's like after school, I always have the after school blues, like where I suddenly don't have anything to do and my schedule is like non-existent, and so I either get really busy doing other things with the family, which has been mainly the case, or I just lounge around in bed and get depressed and talk to Joe. So, sort of. The Covenant slot is a nice change, but there's also no sense of finality to it, but I think it makes sense from a gameplay perspective, like, to be able to switch on the fly.
Oh my god. I wasn't reacting to the Covenant slot thing, by the way. I don't know why it would be. Like, I'm not super opinionated about the Covenant system. I don't know why it would...
How dare you, Joe? It was a change for the better. How could you be so negative?
They tried to nerf backstabs. How could they?
I'm dead.
VP backstabs are the only way this game should be played.
Oh no, I saw that! I saw that review. I watched this movie and then my cat died was supposed to happen. That was so funny. I haven't watched any anime in forever as well. I haven't watched anime in a long time. The last anime that I checked out, like, was erased. Why? Why?
Oh, like the last new anime?
Yeah.
I need to show you Academia.
We've been rewatching Textilize recently.
Oh yeah. I've never seen it before, so that's cool.
And wasn't there something else we were watching as well? Like,
oh, I showed you Legends, like the first episode. I think maybe no, just the first one, yeah.
Legends? Oh yeah, that one, yeah.
That like Digimon thing. But like with comedy where like the budget can only afford to have like the cool things happen for like 5 minutes.
Palpatine can't run through levels apparently.
I acquired the longbow and accidentally allowed one of these things to turn into a goo monster.
Textilize was great, but a lot of people really ragged on it. Justin Gross wasn't great, as Ichi say, and he even messaged me on YouTube. Like, Justin Gross messaged me on YouTube, and he was like, yo, this review is great. And also, I remember Guys Down Under, like, Gone Wild or whatever. That was, like, really funny. And I'm like, sorry for embarrassing you. You're amazing. I love you. He was also in Warcraft. So... Justin Gross... Like, Textilize's dub was directed by the guy who did the Ergo Proxy dub. And that guy seems to really appreciate voice actors who come from either theater or video game backgrounds. It's like... It's really interesting. I have a DVD copy of Night on the Galactic Railroad. I
do too.
You actually have one, Joe?
Yeah, Dad found it. He was just like, Joe, is this a movie that you guys know about? And I'm like, holy shit, where did you find this?
Why does your dad just have, like, all these movies?
He's so good at finding rare anime. I don't get it. I don't know how he does it.
It's not exactly rare anymore. They re-released it on Blu-ray recently.
Yeah, but no, like, he found, Berserk, like, a box set of the entirety of Berserk, just, like, by luck.
Yeah, I know. I got it for my birthday. Which is so sweet. Like, oh my god, it's probably one of the best presents I've ever got, was the complete DVD set of the original Berserk. So good.
Oh god. Oh, this game is destroying me. This is like... I'm unlucky and I'm making mistakes so much. I'm making errors, I guess. Like it's my fault, but fucking, like, this is frustrating. It's taking too long.
Night on the Galactic Railroad is a animated movie from, I think, the 70s. I want to say the 70s.
It's the 80s.
It's the 80s? Okay. It's the 80s, and it's based on it is very similar to Mamoru Oshii, actually. It's very similar to Angel's Egg in terms of the tone and pacing. And it's based off of a classic novel of the same name. And is essentially about, like, philosophical perspectives on death from Buddhist and Christian perspectives. So that's kind of like what that movie is about. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would. I would recommend that movie. So Area 88 is something that I have not seen, though. I've never even heard about that.
Oh yeah, Area 88. I haven't seen that. I just know what it is.
Oh, you actually know what it is?
Yeah, I've seen it at, like, there was this used DVD store that had, like, a case of it, and then there were reviews in a magazine. Oh my god.
Why does this happen? These things! They're awful!
Retrieve your soul.
Sort of, after losing them.
Like, it's not like, oh, we need to fix this, like, in a patch fast. But they're just fast in a way of, like, I can't handle it. Like, leave me alone. Like, it's really embarrassing when you have, like, an over-leveled character and you can't deal with an enemy because it's just fast.
Well, the game's pacing is consequence of Bloodborne. Unfortunately, the game is still very much Dark Souls. So... yeah,
it's like you're trying to play Bloodborne with a Dark Souls character, and they're all like, It feels like I'm in a wheelchair running around like in some sort of like Olympic event.
Thankfully, you are generally faster than the previous games, though, so it does balance it out a little bit.
Plus, the enemies are faster than like backstabs against in PvP and stuff aren't as bad.
Dog of Flanders is great. Dog of Flanders is fantastic. It's good, but it's very edgelord. Oh fuck! See, now Dark Souls is very much a game about spatial awareness, and Dark Souls 3 is no exception.
You gotta know like what's going on.
Yeah, it's about spatial awareness and keeping attention to things. Yeah. Dog of Flanders is the movie I slept through. Or no, I didn't sleep through it. What am I talking about? My friend slept through it. My friend Kirk, he slept through Dog of Flanders. Like all of it. Or was it Alex? It was either Kirk or Alex, because I watched it with two of my friends, basically. I didn't sleep through it. Someone I know did, though. Man, I had, like, no trouble with this game, like, first time I played it, and now I'm having lots of trouble.
Still doing way better than me.
As they say, get good? Question mark? We should seriously get good. I'm running for that bonfire.
I constantly feel like I'm going the wrong way.
Awesome. That's a hilarious story about Angel's Egg, man. That's so funny.
I keep clearing areas thinking that I'm making progress and then realizing that they're dead ends and there was no point.
Ah.
Oh my god.
Do you need help? If you get an ember, I can come in and help you.
It's not like this part that I just died at is particularly hard. I just accidentally kited everyone into this small area and then they killed me. Like a dog followed me all the way down for some reason. I was like, I didn't even go into the area that they were in, so I don't know how their AI noticed me, but... It's not
Nothing
open
is
from
what
the
it
side. Where the
seems.
fuck is everything? If it's not over there, where is it? It feels like my world is like broken, and like I can't. Like I know that there's just some key on the ground that I'm just not seeing.
What?
Pretty.
Let's go talk to Yuri of Lundor.
I am Yuria of Londor, a close friend of his. Allow me another month to beg for the and
Good question. What makes a good fight scene? This is something that I'd actually need to sit down, because I believe that enjoying choreography is extremely subjective. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I really appreciate when there's a clear difference in terms of the style of fighting between the two characters.
The noise.
And if the style of fighting shows something about their personality, that's really great. Like, I love, okay, like, not everyone likes, again, you know, I'm talking about Star Wars because it's a good example. Fucking Darth Maul's fighting style is such an expression of who he is. It's like, it's got all the flourishes of his, like, I don't know, pride about his skill, but then it's also kind of angry, which is sort of like it expresses anger through the choreography. You get this sense that he's like, there's some sort of personal stake in what he's doing, but they never really tell you why he's angry.
Yeah, because the writing's bad, but the choreography isn't inherently bad in that case. For me, I really like things with a lot of weight where the camera reinforces the movements of the characters. Like, it's really hard to articulate without examples. But, obviously my favorite...
Jackie Chan movie.
My favorite fight scenes are where, are as well, like, exist on a three-dimensional space. I very rarely like a lot of the, fight scenes, say for example from Brotherhood, because they involve a lot of long shots where characters are moving either straight forward or straight backwards.
Yeah, the Brotherhood openings are frustrating because they make you think about like what the show could be like. I finally got along, so oh my god, this is so much better.
And the character is just like, you know, it's not really all that dynamic. Oh, wow. But yeah, I mean, Amaishi does good fight scenes, I think. In terms of the way that he animates. Wuxia movies.
Wuxia movies, yeah. Kung Fu Panda, Hero, all that stuff. It's great.
Yeah, well, the old boy fight scene is... It does exist in a two-dimensional space, and it completely betrays that. But this is why I'm always so hesitant to say that everything is like a stark rule about what I like or dislike. Because
I always thought that that was the really important aspect of it, was the two-dimensional aspect.
Yeah, it is a really important aspect to that, and it's almost gimmicky, but it's really well done, because it's very impressive that, I think it's one of those cinema of spectacle kind of things, because it literally holds on this one choreography for so long, like, and you're just seeing it, and you can see all the intricacies of how they choreographed it, and it's for Old Boy, it's definitely, I think, a cinema of spectacle. It's like, it's one of those, it's enchanting because of the process, not necessarily the fight.
The way that this scene has him going in one direction, basically, the whole time, like, it makes you think about how he's I don't know how to explain it.
I guess it reinforces the themes, yeah. In that situation.
Like, I don't know how to put it. There's something insurmountable about the situation, which is, like, accentuated by the cinematography.
I don't think there are any rules for art either. I'm eating a bean burrito. So, but I don't think that there are any rules for any of this sort of stuff. And anything that I can say is going to be contradicted by an example of something extraordinary from something else. It's like, but for a rule of thumb and a general kind of like, my general thoughts about choreography, those are my general thoughts about it. I mean, I don't like two-dimensional choreography. I think there are examples of it being done well. And
so
done
what do you
interestingly.
mean by two-dimensional, by the way? Do you mean literally like one camera angle?
Like, no, not necessarily. So, but also, yeah, generally long shots I don't necessarily like on choreography a lot.
Although I prefer long shots to fucking action movie like cinematography.
Yeah, no,
You know
where
what
it's
I-
like all like super fast cuts, extremely close-ups. Yeah,
so many cuts that you might as well just not have anything. Like you might as well not even see the fight scene because you can't tell what's going on. You don't get to see anything. Like, why even hire a choreographer if you're gonna hide everything that they choreographed with like this bullshit, like shaky cam shit,
like Hunger Games is a great example of what like
jump scared.
it's like what sucks on the opposite extreme from like what I was talking about with a lot of the earlier fights in Brotherhood. For example, like Hunger Games is like that. Oh my God, we're obscuring everything that's going on and nothing is very.
Hunger Games has that to a certain extent. Like, there's certain fights that bother me how like hard it was to see them.
It's so. I think one of the important things about fight scenes is that you need to understand what's going on from a moment-to-moment basis. Usually, not. This isn't a rule. Nothing I say is a rule. It's an opinion.
Overuse of slow-mo is a problem. I like when they use it well, though. Fucking like Matrix, Crank, those movies.
Again, there are always exceptions. So,
Well,
but
the
like
thing about
Prince of
slow-mo
Persia:
is there's
Sands
not
of
really a rule
Time.
against it. It's just the problem of when people overuse it. It's like they made it into a rule to use it, and that was a problem. Because it serves a very specific purpose.
Do you remember in Prince of Persia: Sands of Time when it was like used really choppy slow-mo randomly?
Yeah, it was choppy slow-mo. Although at least Sands of Time had like a thing in the story where it's like slow-mo would be a desirable like technique for that story because it's like that's its power, right?
True observation. Yes.
I mean, execution, right? But still.
I think a really good example of what I'm talking about that's good in terms of three-dimensional understanding and dynamic camera is like Sword of the Stranger. That's what...
Sword of the Stranger is great. Although it uses long shots well.
It does. It does. Absolutely. I'm not saying that it's... when I'm thinking about what I dislike from Brotherhood, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well,
So-
it doesn't suit Brotherhood because Brotherhood, again, the fights in FMA, you create these characters of the homunculi and the alchemists, and they're very personalized, sort of heroes. They're sort of characters that really can fight one-on-one. It's not like any old army where you've got like 1,000 troops, it's like these they're like champions in a MOBA. They're very independent fighters, so you don't really want them to, you don't want to miss out on that opportunity.
It's weird how Snyder wants to be more intellectual than other superhero movies.
Well, he realizes that he's dealing
Super
with
movie
properties
directors.
that suggest interesting stories. Like Batman has a lot of potential. Like, I don't know if he uses it well or not because I haven't seen his interpretation of Batman yet. But shit.
Like, for example, Snyder tries to, because I know that's going to be controversial, but, like, for example, if I remember correctly, Twin Perfect did a video on how Man of Steel was very much, like, trying to be a commentary on some of Plato's ideas of running society and government. And it was almost like Confucianism in the way that I'm pretty sure it's Plato. It's Plato, right? It's either Aristotle or Plato. Might have been Aristotle. Or Socrates. Fuck! Okay, never mind. I'm an idiot. Go watch Twin Perfect's video on, like, in defense of Man of Steel. So... I mean, I don't think that they're perfect defenses, to be honest. Well, I haven't seen Batman v Superman, but
Yeah, it's hard for me to go, oh, I think you failed.
yeah, it's hard for me to say that. Oh yeah, but from what it sounded like on their Man of Steel review, it was a pretty good defense, but it wasn't like perfect or anything. So, oh my God, sick word, no!
Where the hell are the keys?
Vaguely deconstructive concepts. So, like, Frozen?
I almost think people keep putting pressure on Frozen to be this deconstruction of like romances or whatever, but I think it's more just we're commenting on its own setup with the romance. It was a subversion on its own suggestions. Like, it wasn't trying to be like, oh, these other these other princess movies have these things happening. I think it was inspired by the fact that, like, you know, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty have these girls get with guys they don't really know, but that wasn't the only thing the movie did, though. I mean, it also kind of played around with the idea of true love having to be romantic. Like, maybe it doesn't.
I have not seen Man of Steel yet either. I'm putting that out there. But yeah, no, I don't really... I don't think it's bad to use something like Plato's ideas to talk about in a platform for Superman. Because it's like, Superman is a very symbolic character in many ways, and I don't think it's a bad idea.
He himself is a Platonic ideal of, like, the ultimate human or the ultimate hero or whatever, so...
Übermensch.
Yeah, he's Übermensch. Although, in some ways, Captain America is more of, like, the Übermensch because of the fact that one of his main characteristics is, like, going against, like, what was the previous moral authority.
What, Hitler?
No, he redefines, like, in the context of his own story, he redefines, like, the meaning of patriotism and, like, the role of, like, a soldier. And suggests that following orders is actually, like, optional, and there's all these things that are, like, anti-authoritarian.
Well, we still haven't seen Batman v Superman in... I haven't seen it really at all, like, technically. But, we would have... Griffith over Aquaman. Wow, that doesn't seem hard to evaluate those two.
Wait, Griffith is better than Aquaman?
No way.
I don't understand what they're saying. Why are they comparing those two? Because of Black Manta? Like, what is the comparison?
I did see Twin Perfect's defense of Prometheus, and I thought that was a lot more shallow than Twin Perfect's defense
I love that video, though.
I do like the video, but I think it's more shallow than their defense of Man of Steel, from what I have seen. Like, their Man of Steel one was a little bit...
Well, basically they were just
solid.
like, hey guys, you didn't really watch the movie or pay attention. Notice all this cool stuff in the movie. You know, it was like, basically they were saying, people who didn't understand the movie or bitching about it because of that, like, here you go. Everyone has, every movie that's controversial has to have that. You know, End of Ava has to have that, fucking, like... It's just a tradition at this point that, you know, sometimes you have to explain something.
Oh, Ennui. Oh. That's hilarious. Captain America Civil War. deconstruct superheroes by giving them fully fleshed out ideologies of equal value and giving them... Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you mean. Like how does it deconstruct superheroes? I always thought that the purpose of the Civil War comic was just to show that you could have two heroes that fought for something different, and that would create a conflict, even though they are ostensibly both good. Really, Civil War,
but thanks to you,
is that it thinks it's talking about, at least the comics, it thinks it's talking about heroes, but the word for what Tony and Steve are is a champion. Like, a champion is somebody who represents an ideology through their own personal, like, life. Whereas, like, a hero is just somebody who, like, does what others aren't willing to do. Like, they're the volunteer that, like, is willing to, I don't know, stick their neck out to, like, be that guy, you know?
No. Okay.
Like, a hero is somebody that makes some sort of sacrifice, or at least is willing to risk making a sacrifice, whereas a champion is somebody who uses power to represent an ideal.
Oh, please, dear God, please no.
Also, the other thing is that they're
I'm in his crotch. I'm in his crotch. I can't see.
Secret helping you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm killing Sigward accidentally. I'll let you... I did it! I did it! I did it! Sigward. I did it!
I don't know why, but I never bothered to go a certain direction. I just found a whole new area.
My good friend.
That, but we to your that.
I've always hated Iron Man. Always. Fuck. I hate him so much.
Before the movies came out?
No. Not always.
Shit. The wrong way. I mean, since they want you to hate him, he's definitely the most likely that people would hate.
I'm not gonna get in on this debate. I'm gonna let Dan duke it out with Ennui, because I don't... Man. I did not like Civil War at all.
Did you watch it?
I did.
Oh, interesting.
And my predictions on what I would dislike about it were almost entirely accurate.
What it was gonna be like.
Like, I guessed what I dislike about it, and I was right. So...
No, damn it, I went back up the ladder.
I would say don't watch Civil War. That's my assessment.
But I was asking, I was wondering about a specific, like, did they...
No, not that. I'm talking to someone in the chat.
I know.
They were asking about it. I don't think it's worth it. What was your question?
I was asking you, I can't remember if Black Panther was supposed to be in that movie or not, but what that was like just as a character, like how he was presented, not like.
Well, can we talk about it later? I really do not want to. I really do not want to talk about fucking Captain America right now.
Damn it! Fucking die. Yeah, I want to not talk about superhero movies in general, because like it never goes anywhere. Like
it never goes anywhere well, ever. So we'll not do that right now.
I don't know. It's just, especially since I haven't seen a lot of the new ones, I can't. Like we can do it thing where I'm just not talking, but I just haven't seen the new one, so I can't really comment on it. Like, what's the newest superhero movie I've seen? Like,
Fucking fat priests.
oh, were you in that part already?
Yeah.
Damn it, like, this is just going so badly for me. Like, this is completely, like... these thief guys are too fast. I mean, they're just fast enough to be what they are, so they're supposed to be like that, but... Like, whenever in this game I say something's to this or to that, I'm not actually disagreeing with the design, I'm just, like, saying that it's unfortunate for me.
I don't agree with that sentiment. I
What?
really liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, actually. I'm like the only person who legitimately was like, yeah, this is kind of like what a nerd would behave like and what they're like today. Like,
Well, Tobey Maguire was pretty nerdy, but he wasn't real.
Tobey Maguire was like the 50s idea of a nerd, but
Sure.
also
But maybe
unreal.
that was because they were trying to portray the version of him in the comics, like...
Yeah, I think they were trying to do that. It was definitely cheesy though. Like, I really liked Andrew Garfield, and I really like Toby. I don't compare my Spider-Mans except for the one in Civil War. I do not like him.
Was he bad? Like, what was wrong with him?
He was annoying. I found him to be very annoying.
That's,
Because, like, I hear a lot of people say that Spider-Man isn't quippy enough, like, you know, and they certainly made him that.
He doesn't get the opportunity to talk to his villains all that much in his movies, it seems. I don't know, it's weird. Like, in the comics, he has a lot of time to talk to them, but in the movies, he's usually like, oh, the villain is backstory now, he's the villain for the end of the movie.
But yeah, his inclusion was purely to market the new one. It's exactly the thing I dislike about the cinematic universe stuff. It's just like, it kind of throws a wrench in the movie.
The reason Spider-Man's there is because of the comic. Like, if you're asking why he's in the concept...
Well, he didn't placate into the film itself. Like, it doesn't matter if he's there in the comic or not. So...
But what I mean is they put him there because they don't want to just introduce him in the second movie somehow.
Yeah, sure. Then chalk it up to X. This, okay, I don't want to talk about it.
These guys are so fast. Oh my god.
What?
I'm just like, I'm really upset that I'm not catching up with you. So it's like wearing down on me. It took me forever to figure this shit out, because if I was playing this all alone and I wasn't like on a live stream, I just do it, you know, but because it's like I just feel a lot of pressure to do it perfectly, and it's like, I don't know.
Art within those constraints.
Well, I think it's perfectly possible to make a really good movie in the context of that. You know, it's just a matter of doing it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just make a good movie.
Did they accomplish that? I don't know if I'd agree that they accomplished
Honestly,
that.
I think that making good movies is just a matter of doing it. We figured out all the technology. It's just a matter of and we know about writing and theory, and we know about how to be clever with cinematography and how to make like weird compositions. The human race knows how to make good movies. So it's weird that we still make bad movies.
Ooh, Civil War has some. Oh, you're tempting me. You're tempting me because I didn't like. I don't like the way that Marvel choreographs, and I don't like the sets in Civil War. I think the sets and the scenery and landscapes that are, because, you know, part of the fight scenes, and I forgot to mention this, is part of the things I really like is the area that surrounds it and how they incorporate the area. And Civil War was a lot of flat concrete.
Well, one thing you'll notice in really classic anime fight scenes is that the location where the fight scene happens is part of what people remember about the fights usually. You know, like you think of the greed battle with like Ed, or like the chapel battle from like Cowboy Bebop. These locations are part of the fight. It's not just the choreography. And I don't know. Yeah, and I guess in some super movies they tend to just put them in like a city or like an important government building or something, and it's not as memorable because of that. Because it's like, oh, where did they fight? I don't even remember what part of the movie they were fighting in.
The Citizen. You know? I just want everything to be Citizen Kane. Okay.
I really like the fight, the Avengers, where it's like Tony versus Thor. That had it had a good location and it had a good atmosphere to it, but a lot of the fights in Avengers, like that movie in particular, just don't quite work for me. God, I'm so doomed. Shit.
There isn't a distinction between comic book films and films. Comic book films are films, but
that's true.
The cinematic universe is like...
One thing critics don't do is they don't really give the films credit for a lot of the aspects that they put a lot of work into. Like, the authenticity to the source material thing is kind of difficult for some directors for some reason. So, like, I can kind of admire, the effort that they put into some of the stuff. Like, it doesn't make the film great, but, like, it's still like, we don't make that whole TV thing anymore. We don't make the original Captain America, like the movie from like the 70s anymore. Like the movies are like, they've transcended that lack of quality that superhero movies had at one point.
I agree that most superhero movies, the only ones that have come close to Christopher Nolan's Batman movies are Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy in an inverted way. Like, I think that the Spider-Man trilogy is absolutely meant to be a screwball comedy film series, and I'm like, everyone thinks I'm crazy to think that, but it's true, and it does a really good job. It does a really good job, and I really like the Sam Raimi movies. I did not like the Amazing Spider-Man movies in comparison, but especially
I really like the X-Men movies.
The X-Men movies are great. Yeah, I like the X-Men movies.
And I don't know why, but there's some sort of consistency even across the reboot.
And I think X-Men First Class is better than Dark Knight Rises for me as well. But I think the artistry that goes into Nolan's movies is like the shot compositions and the way that he thinks about or whoever the DP is quite good. So that's all I'll say. I have not seen X-Men Apocalypse. Surprisingly, like, one of my favorite superhero movies in the last in a very, very long time was, what was it? I really, really liked, it's the Akira one. I have a brain freeze right now, so I'm not thinking.
The Akira one?
You know what I'm talking about. It's not actually Akira. You know what I'm talking about. Kid.
Oh, you're talking about Chronicle?
Yes, Chronicle. I really liked Chronicle. Thank you. That was...
I still think of Chronicle as Miracle Man, so it's like, so when people compare it to Akira, I forget, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's Wakanda dynamic. It's very Akira.
I loved Chronicle. I thought Chronicle was good. So...
Anakin is so hollowed now, why?
I don't know if it counts as superhero, but it's one of the better superhero movies in the last few years, if it does. Chronicle.
Chronicle is definitely a superhero movie. It has all the superhero tropes. They're flying bricks, and they have psychic powers. It's superhero.
The Akira live action? Oof. I don't know. I don't know if that's ever happening or not.
wish I could eat food. I didn't get any food today, and I can't, like...
Go get food.
But I don't want to. I want to get out of this fucking first level.
If
God
you
damn
summon
it.
me, I will help you.
It's like kind of a big level, and I just keep fucking... I'm gonna run past these guys. I don't care if they, like, gank or whatever. I don't even know what the word ganking means for sure. I think it just means when an enemy, like, when you put too many enemies in a level, and, like, it's all fucked up because you didn't choreograph it right. You know what ganking means? When it's, like, too many enemies in one place. Because I always assumed it's just like a gangbang, like that kind of phrase. So, like, we might as well go over all the Dark Souls, like, terminology that I don't know, but that I hear, like, Jack and stuff talk about.
Batman Mask of the Phantasm was a great superhero movie as well,
I
by the
love
way.
that movie.
Oh, I like this
I like
way of being
every one
the
of them.
name.
See, now I don't like talking about superhero movies because, like no one ever really, I don't think I have popular opinions about them. And I don't think that, I don't think a lot of people are willing to, I don't think I'm willing to become talking about superhero movies.
I just don't think it needs to be intense. I mean, it's just movies, right?
Yeah, but I get all heated about it. Especially in school.
It's fascinating because, like, it's got to be motivated by something about the industry, right? Like, maybe they're sucking away, like, resources from better films or something.
Well, I don't know if I'm willing to accuse anything of that without checking the facts first. But
If anything, they're probably paying for art house movies now that I think about it. Like, well, we can make Mr. Crumpet Goes to Strumpet because you know, Taco Man did well. Man, Mr. Crumpet is such an amazing story. The part where his, like, daughter comes back from, like, the dead, but then it's really just his, like boyfriend talking to him in the Hall of Mirrors made me cry. I don't know. I'm trying to imagine this film.
is there anything worse than me not liking Blade Runner? Hey, we were human beings, we respect, so...
Because it's got too much dark. Not right. No, I don't know why.
I'm that
It's
one...
probably something
I'm that one
Because-
guy who, like, really doesn't like Shimbo.
What's his name? Is it because Deckard's really creepy? Deckard's really creepy.
Deckard?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
like Deckard,
from
but he's a fucking freakazoid. Like,
Blade Runner.
yeah. Well, because of, like, that whole thing with, like, damn, I forgot the name of the girl. The origami smart girl. She, like, he, like, I don't know, he's very coercive with her. Like, it's a whole Rocky thing all over again. Like, old movies were, like, they basically, like, told guys, it's really macho to just, like, extort a woman into having sex with you. I mean, she does like you. Like, we've established that, right? She has a crush on you, so it's okay.
Tontos just said every character is a creeper in that movie.
That's pretty true. I mean,
Remember that, remember the one scientist guy who, like, made the... It's been so long since I've seen this movie. I really loved it when I saw it, but I haven't seen it
yeah.
in a long time. I'm trying to remember the scientist's name. He created the antagonist of the film. So... He had a really creepy scene where his head was getting squashed in between the guy's hands and whatever, and I remember that, and being,
I
like,
forgot there was a
freaked out.
like, gory in that movie.
It wasn't gory necessarily, it was just very disturbing. In a good way. I like Blade Runner's disturbingness. I think that its world is so strange and bizarre that it's actually really interesting because of it. So There was also that Asian dude, and there was a couple of other things that were really weird about that one. The doll lady, there was like a dollhouse factory thing. Oh man, like with the Nutcracker or some shit.
The villains are all really weird characters. Or I don't know whether to call characters villains. Because anytime you've got this thing where the main character is sort of like chasing people, it's like.
I really need to learn how to parry in this game because I haven't gotten any of the timing down. And I'm not willing to do that right now to test it.
I guess Anakin would kill this lady. Okay, yeah, so I'll do that.
The scientist who made the dolls. That's what I was talking. Yeah. That he was creepy. So, yeah. Unbreakable. Unbreakable's good. Unbreakable's good. I saw that years back again. That's another one. This is why I rewatch things because, like, I always have seen them at a different time in my life. You know, like, I watched Citizen Kane when I was 12, so I got into really watching movies, when I was very young, and I went through all of IMDb's, like, list of top movies, and I watched them all, and now I feel obligated to rewatch them with an adult mindset.
Well,
So-
this is unexpected. I don't often have visitors. What do you want? This is my study that you've happened upon. If you haven't any
I think
business,
I'm wearing myself
I've
out,
reading
but-
to get back to.
Unbreakable is the M. Night Shyamalan movie that's
How
good.
intriguing.
Yeah,
So-
it's unbreakable
Very well.
and they-
Indeed, I am a
signs.
sorcerer, with plenty to
Actually,
share.
I'm okay with signs. I don't mind signs
However,
like everyone else does. I mean,
what
there's
champion
funny things
demands
about
service
signs
without
that,
recompense?
I can make fun of, but
Clearly, you're not that sort of man. So you will make me a promise that
I
in
don't really
exchange
mind
for my
the
teaching,
village either.
you will bring me knowledge. In the form of scrolls detailing
When I was, like,
sorcery's secrets.
13,
Doesn't that happen?
Well,
I watched The Godfather and I
Can you
hated it,
assure
and
me
I
of this?
rated it like a 2 out of 5. And I was
Hilarious.
and my review, because I wrote a review of it, was things should be entertaining, not
very
like
well.
boring.
I am we will.
So that was a very different time. I think what really changed my mind to what I enjoy in media was actually, honestly, as nerdy as it is, Evangelion. So, because I used to be like a filthy casual. No. No, I don't think good antagonists always have to be morally gray. I think it's the best. Morally gray is a good way of humanizing them and making them into a good character as a consequence, but I think,
It's
There-
just there are friggin' like rich billionaire like people that don't care about like the consequences of their secret like criminal dealings with like overseas like bank accounts and sweatshops and stuff in real life. So you can have a villain that's that bad and it's about realistic as long as you know why they want money or why they want power. I mean, people do bad things in the real world. It's not like people don't. It's just why. There's got to be at least a motivating reason.
Mm. Also, I shat on Taxi Driver when I first saw that as well. That was another one I really didn't like back in the day. So, I'm ashamed. Someone's gonna come here and use this all as like...
Well, since you're talking about it in the past tense, you basically protected yourself, right?
Yeah, Kubrick's a little bit, Would you say, Joe, that Kubrick's a little bit less user-friendly than Ava, and Ava's more of like an ease into it? That sort of
I
style?
can see that. Ava has like the action scenes, and it's got like comedy and stuff. I mean, so does Kubrick, but like, also once you watch Evangelion, like, or 2001: Space Odyssey, you can understand the story of either one kind of better. It's weird. Oh, there's so many weapons now.
There are other things than plot to take into account. I think that's a huge revelation for a lot of people getting into film as well, is that when you realize that there's more, and also not as much to disregard, because I remember when I first started doing anime reviews, music and visuals definitely took a backseat to characters and story. You know, that's sort of like how I started out, sort of thinking more or less, but less so than I think a lot of other people. Like I wasn't totally disregarding it because I was also an art major, and so that sort of stuff really stuck to me. Like Texanize, a lot of what really hit me about it was the artistic qualities that it possessed. So. Like a certain, I can't remember his name, but there's this one critic on YouTube who really just dislikes everything to do with directing and presentation, quote unquote. You know, I think he has this saying about pretty colors or some shit, but you know, in a way that mocks that sort of thing. But I completely disagree. I think that is a really foolish way to view and analyze things. And there's no reason why he can't just be doing books. So, if you're a film critic and you hate the parts that make it uniquely filmic, then get out. Like, well, I mean, I don't know if I would say that. That's a bit harsh, but Cormac McCarthy, like No Country for Old Men. Well, No Country for Old Men, both the movie and the book, are very renowned. I love the movie. Of course I love the movie. I think the movie is brilliant. But I haven't read anything but excerpts from the book, because I had to read excerpts for my Coen Brothers film class, and the book was very, very good, but I think a little bit less traditional than I was expecting in terms of the way that it was written. Definitely more in line with the writing of Hubert. I think his name is Hubert Selby. I could be wrong, but Selby wrote Requiem for a Dream and No Exit from Brooklyn, and he has this very avant-garde, like unusual style of writing that breaks a lot of conventions of typical literature. And in the excerpts of No Country for Old Men that I read, he like refrained from using quotation marks and all that sort of stuff, and it was like you had to tell apart what was a descriptor and what was the dialogue through the way that it was written. High school English, yeah, of course it's not a good entryway. Not usually. I think it depends on if you have a good teacher. Man, you must have been really bothered by my student projects then. Ashton. Ashutin. Ashutin. I have like scripts and ideas for videos, and then I get so demotivated. Like I don't know. I've been getting demotivated recently, especially since everyone else is like doing all these great things with their YouTube channels, and like I'm not. I don't know. Like, am I worth it? Do I have anything worthwhile to say in comparison to a lot of people? I don't know. I feel like I'm losing my voice because a lot of people keep accusing me of ripping off like people like Digibro and stuff like that, and I was doing these types of videos even before I knew he existed in the way that I was doing, and we are influenced by a lot of the same things, so that's unfortunate. He's bigger, so I'm a ripoff. Like, how I've been called Digi as an insult all the time. Like, all the time. It's really, really disheartening. Actually, let's try to force push him off the ledge. Okay. Me and Digi don't have much in common. I think our writing is completely different, to be honest, but a lot of people just see it from face value as being similar. Sitting on a bed for 30 minutes. Oh. Hey, it was out of the box. I was part of an avant-garde film class and they told me to do weird things, so. No, I've seen lots of other Andy Warhol films. Like, and Andy Warhol was someone that we studied for avant-garde film class. He did a video, he did like an hour-long video, like, movie called Blowjob, and then he did a 6-hour-long one about someone sleeping in a bed. It's crazy.
I guess the film is recommending people get 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah. Hey, Goose Jesus, it's Steph. Who? Who are you? I'm sorry. I don't...
No, Steph.
I don't know.
Steph.
Steph?
Wait, what did you say? Steph.
I don't know.
Steph, like Stefano?
I don't remember.
Stephen.
Oh. Yeah, no, I know you. Never mind. I'm very bad with names. I know a lot of people. Whoa! Is that guy's poise like out of the wall? What the hell?
They don't. Is poise even a thing in Dark Souls 3? I thought that was a myth.
Well, there's a ring that ups the poise, supposedly.
I don't really know a lot about this game. I spent all this
There's
time
a
learning
ring
about
called
Pokemon.
Wolf's Ring in Dark Souls 3 that says that it ups the poise, so there's either poise or there's not.
What if it's like a troll by the director? Because, like, you know how they put those items that were mislabeled in Dark Souls 1?
Yeah, I don't know, but why is there a +3 of that ring? Then...
Yeah, that seems like a little bit much for a joke. It's taking it a bit too far. It's not a joke anymore when you have 3 versions of the same joke ring. Yeah.
Fuck!
There's one thing that I'm not lacking in, it's fire bombs. So if you need somebody who can throw fire bombs,
But, yeah, I don't know. It's like... Sometimes when I, like Digibro's Ava videos and stuff like that, when I watch them, it's totally disheartening for me, because it's just like, yeah, I was the Ava guy. I used to be that. No, I'm not.
you just
So...
make more Ava. Then, I mean, you're still the Ava guy. Whenever I search Evangelion, your videos come up.
I wanted to be able to talk about Ano's directing style.
There's so much Ono directing stuff to talk about, though. You could still do a whole video about stuff he never mentioned in any of his videos.
I'm so weak as a cleric. Jeez.
So you gotta really double down on what it's good at. Magic and stuff. Are you upgrading strength?
No.
Okay, that's good. Because you wanna really... I mean, if you have magic stuff to use, you should really double down on it.
I don't have any attacks, though. There's no offensive, really, in my...
Okay, maybe you wanna hybridize a bit.
There are lightning spears, but I don't know where to get them yet. First time playing a cleric. So... Why does this NPC heal? Oh, well, thank you. It's like an... Yeah. There, I got that stuff. Well, I appreciate people who appreciate the work I put into things, because it's not worth making videos if no one's gonna actually enjoy them. Like, I'd rather... I'm still working on actually making my own films and own content and other things like that in that regard, but, you know, it's... eh. I'm gonna talk about 3.0 plus 1.0, like the final rebuild movie. Of course I'm gonna talk about that. And I have a feeling that I have a leg up on him because he hasn't seen all of them yet, but it doesn't take more than a day to watch them, so...
You know, as soon as Scott and Rim finally watch Rebuild, they're gonna be like doing videos like crazy, so you should just be prepared for that. I just realized, see, they've been avoiding watching them because they want to see them all at once when they're all finished, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to... That's what a lot of people are doing, but I want to... Like, I keep thinking about making, like, a redo of the rebuild critique and whatever, and, like, some things are not good in that critique, or things that I don't agree with. A lot of people really like that critique, though, and think that the main points still hold up and all that sort of jazz, and I think that's cool. I'm not going to remove it because of that reason. It's the same with the Madoka review that I did. I still don't really like Madoka that much, but I think I could have done a lot better of a job, like, digging into why I'm not thrilled about it. But it's like... It's not a bad series. Anyway, the rebuilds, like, I wish I could redo it with better points and more to say about it. But I wanted to save it until Final came out. So... Rebuild your critique. I will rebuild my rebuild critique. Yes. You can redo your rebuild critique. Ennui, I suppose you like FLCO because I fucking love Fooly Cooly. Fooly Cooly is one of my favorites. Man. I'd like to make more about Fooly Cooly, but I'm still working on FMA. FMA is something that I want to cover before people start to pick it up again. Besides, Digi hates it, so I know he won't talk about it. Or he hates the original anyway. I love the original.
He hates 2003, really?
Yeah, I read his like review of it from a while back, and
I think he would be somebody who would like get that show.
Oh no, he doesn't. So it's really
because it's like the filler, or is it just like just the actual?
Well, he is like Dante's stupid, and
like Dante.
And other things like that. It was in a similar vein. He didn't like what they did with Wrath, if I remember right, and other things like that. And it's like, hey, so I can talk about this series. So, I don't know. I have no competition. Well, everyone freaking hates 2003. So.
I mean, he did like that erase video on content you already covered anyway. So if he can do it, you can do that.
Yeah. 2003 might be one of the most, like, overlooked good shows. And it's because it's such unusual circumstances. Like, since Brotherhood came out, everyone's pretty much, like, decided to throw it away, disregard it. Did the chat freeze up again? No, it didn't. I hate that it doesn't follow the manga argument. It makes no sense. does that person actually say that? Is that like who says that because it doesn't follow the manga it's inferior? Like unironically, like that's so vapid. Like that criticism doesn't make any sense to me. Books are always better mentality is dumb as fuck.
I think the reason that happens is because if you're gonna make something into an adaptation, that usually means the source material is good, right? So, like, it's just that things that get adapted are good, so it's hard because the movie has a lot to live up to. I know not everything that gets adapted is good, but, like, a lot of things are chosen because people like them, right? So, it's just natural that they would have an advantage. Also, consider when a thing that's a movie gets turned into a book. Is that book always better?
I can already like hear Snob's words with his like accent and everything. It's better because it follows the manga. 2003 fans are just hipsters, idiots. What do you?
That sounds like a cartoon. I know he's trying to be one, but still.
Oh my god.
That guy sounds like a racist portrayal of whatever he is.
He's Greek. Yeah. Hey, I'd rather have reasons to actually like. There's no reason for me to. I read the manga, and I watched Brotherhood multiple times, and I actually like the manga more than Brotherhood. Like, I think that he's a fucking idiot because I don't think he has a point of comparison, to be honest. I don't even know if Snob is even as big of an FMA fan as I am. I think he can. I mean, I've been working on an FMA fan projects for years. You know, like, I'm a huge FMA fan, and I don't think Snob's on my level of expertise. That's all. So.
I thought you were gonna finish the sentence with "on my level." I don't think Snob is on my level.
I'm only being half ironic, so. Well, he comes from a book perspective, right? He's basically, I mean, I don't know why he doesn't review books, but it's like he probably gives some decent advice from that angle, right? From just a pure writing perspective. So, I mean, I don't think he's written books. If he has, I'm unaware of that. Has Snob written books? I don't think so. I know Misty Cornexia's written books, so it doesn't really say much. If you've written a book. Demo's written books. Well, he wrote a novella, so.
You know, I just realized I've never seen Snob do an actual review of an anime or anything. I've only seen his, like, exposing the anime community, like, grade A over A style videos.
Oh, exposing the anime community. That goat Jesus guy. What an asshole. What a fucking stupid video. Honestly, I don't think
he did tons of those. It's not just that one.
I know. I'm not his only victim, but I think that my video was the most hilariously bad out of all of them. Like,
well, he had like no point.
He really, really had no point. He had nothing to go off of.
Not sure what his thesis was. People look good so that you'll look good.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of honored though. I mean, if that's all he's got on me, he must really like respect me, honestly. So like he can attack Digibro for caring about directing and stuff like that. But which is also mind-numbing. That's like so fucking stupid.
Caring about directing is kind of important.
Yeah, and
Like,
Digi has a brother who goes to film school. Like, Digi gets a lot of his information from good sources. So, mind numbing. What the fuck? I've never seen him do that move. Okay. Well, there are unique things to do in the literary medium. Naked Lunch, if I remember correctly, I remember studying that when I was doing screenwriting. And Dark Souls is unfilmable. It is. Every media, yeah, it's technically Vladimir Nabokov's Lolita is unfilmable as well.
why is it on? Oh, is it because of the way that the narrator presents everything?
Yeah.
Oh.
The narrator is absolutely important,
When
and
people assert
the
that it's
unreliability is also important to the point of
Before
Lolita.
I read the book, like, I thought that, like, it was because of the subject matter, but that's not why. I thought people were just being, like, facetious about how, like, not ostentatious, but, like, fucking...
It takes me a little while to read the PS chat because of the way that it's laid out. It's not great. I'm sorry, Joe. I keep interrupting you accidentally. I'm sorry.
Okay. I was just saying that I used to think that the reason it was considered unknowable is that the subject matter was really intense, but it's actually not that. It's got to do more with just the way that the writing is telling.
Yeah, because it's a pure literary medium.
Although for some reason people are more bold about filming Peninsula, despite the fact that it's basically got the same structure. There's less personal monologue in Peninsula, so I guess in that sense it's different. Chat, like, if people know what I'm talking about, they're gonna be so pissed off with me.
What the? Why? I have never seen him do this. See you, Sparrow. I need to read Nabokov's other books as well. There's a lot of,
Yeah, I like his writing in the first one. I want to see the others.
I also want to know what Anthony Burgess has that's better than Clockwork Orange, because I've read Clockwork Orange, and Anthony Burgess insists that it's shit, so I want to know...
Yeah, it's like, if his other books are better than that, then his books are, like, I'm excited.
Right? Earthly powers, sure. I loved Clockwork Orange. I thought that the language was a genius way to deceive the audience. I thought that the structure was brilliant. The subject matter was intriguing, and ultimately, I think that it was a fantastic book. And if he's written anything on par or better, as you say, then I'm interested. Absolutely. Wow, I never realized how much like of a fucking bitch this guy can be to fight. Be an incredibly low level cleric, and then you'll discover the true horrors of Dark Souls 3's recycled boss. Okay. That was some hitbox issues right there. That's really annoying. I don't see how that was legit. I mean, I guess he landed on me? Maybe that's fair. But that looked like hitbox to me. I've rolled through his legs. How's Tremor of Intent? So, not his best story, but, like, amazingly well executed and a great idea. Now your Palpatine looks like a worst character. This guy is such a bitch. He grabs you from the front and back. He literally like has almost. He can get you with his tail, or he can get you with his grip. You literally like. I think you have to be lucky that he just doesn't pull one of those moves out on you and stay to his side as much as possible. It's like it punishes you for doing most things. Oh man, that was my fault. Finally! Finally! What an annoying battle. It's so irritating. It's not usually that bad. Wow. How weak am I? Vigor 11. Endurance 9, Vitality 9, Strength 12, Dexterity 10. Oh, it's hurting me just to read these stats. Jesus. How are you doing, Joe? Did you get some food?
No.
You should get some food.
I'm trying to catch up with you, but I'm like, I don't know, there's something wrong with me now. Shit. I just jumped in an empty elevator shaft. I'm like so lost, like, I want to catch up with you, but I don't know how I'm gonna ever catch up at this point.
Oh! I just got a lightning spear. Wow. Holy hell, I actually have a real or fucking cleric thing now.
Damn it.
Forget this. Is the chat still alive? Let me know. I don't want it to like...
I think so. It's like, the last thing somebody said was, they posted an Ella Wheeler Wilcox Wikipedia article and then said, ah.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. Oh, jeez.
But yeah, I probably do need help, but I have to level up. I keep getting souls over and over again and then not bringing them back to Firelink. Like, I'm gonna go outside in Firelink and just wander around the level.
Holy hell, I have a lightning spear! Woo!
Now you have the Force.
Termina. And it doesn't do much damage.
But it will.
It was like OP in Dark Souls, whatever, 2. I hate Dark Souls 2. Man, shit game. I played through Scholar of the First Sin, and it's a fucking abysmal game. It's so bad. Unlimited power! Except when it runs out. So it's pretty limited. The Scholar of the Worst Sin.
Almost everyone that kills me in that game kills me by like what do you call it? Stun locking.
Oh, please, no. Any of you familiar with a YouTuber called DXFan something 1984?
Is killing that guy next to Firewind give you his katana?
He did a Sacred Star of Milos review a while back that sort of shat on the movie, but I'm just curious because he asked me to do a collaboration with him recently, and I obliged, so I recorded it for him. But I really, like, I rewatched his Sacred Star of Milos stuff, and I wasn't, like, that thrilled with the concept of, it was very much like, everything Bones does is bad, and everything the manga does is good, kind of thing, and it was really weird to, like, see that be some primary criticism, so... Yeah, Sacred Star of Milos comes after Brotherhood, and it's legitimately not good, but... Or at least I really didn't like it. Like, I legitimately really did not like that movie. My lightning spears don't do shit!
Maybe lightning spears aren't controlled by the stat you've been leveling up?
Well, very well then taken.
It's a miracle.
Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels, manifestations.
Failed me.
Goodbye, Ennui.
I at least want to show him Standalone Complex before he sees that movie.
Yeah, just gonna show me Gets Sack. It's a Get Sack. Oh my god.
But yeah, Michael, I might need your help with Ford or something.
Okay, I'm at the bonfire. Well, actually, first let me reinforce Nestus.
That is good, wasn't it? Pretty big.
I'm actually
That
gonna...
is good, wasn't it?
No, I have not watched Get Sack. So... But I hear it's amazing, so I'm excited. Anyway, I'm gonna meet you at the High Wall of Lothric, okay? Do you have an ember?
Yeah, I do.
I have some more to give you after you summon me. So... Drawn from his vessel. Anime every day, probably. It's really funny. What'd you guys think of Anime Everyday's video? On Digi and the 3x3 thing.
You mean like his reply?
I put down my summon sign, by the way. Yeah, his reply. And Digi's response to that reply.
You're a purple emperor? You're a purple emperor?
Yeah, I'm part of the mounds now. Anime every day, more like Oshi every day. yeah. I've seen people like Jimmy Nino like criticize him for talking about very specific things. But then and calling himself an anime every day, because I don't think anybody really has a problem with people just focusing on a couple things at all. But what the fuck? What the actual fuck? No, I drank an Estus accidentally first thing I got in.
You're not even remotely where I am right now.
Yeah, I know, I spawned in somewhere else for some reason.
You went on that side. I know where you are.
They only let me have one Ashtus flask?
Yeah,
Whoa. Why can I kill you? I should probably take off this...
You're mad, like, and I can target you.
See how shitty the lightning spears are? Like, holy crap. I never use magic for a reason.
Oh, we've got to be careful not to kill each other.
Why did I accidentally get summoned in like this? Hold on, let me drop this stuff for you before we continue.
Yeah. Oh, there's an echo now. Did you change the audio?
There you go. And...
Why am I echoing?
What?
I'm echoing now.
You shouldn't be. Here, I'll turn you down. Okay, hopefully that'll work.
I don't hear it.
But now I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Well, I turned you down.
Are you not using headphones anymore?
I'm still using headphones.
And why is it playing on the speakers?
Are you echoing?
Well, not anymore, but I mean, you can turn it up if you've got it.
I have headphones on for the PS4, and then I have no headphones on for the PC.
Oh.
Joe?
scary this was, but I tried to find one guy.
Follow me this way. Hopefully it won't despawn me when you get into the boss room.
Oh, because you're like an invader type?
Yeah. I didn't know what the mounds did. Yeah, returning to my world, great. So it's not technically a co-op, okay.
Well, I'm getting the cutscene for the first time.
Well...
So, Matt Phantom is really appropriate for Palpatine.
What kind of, like, miracles are good, then? What's the point of being a cleric? I should join the dark side.
I doubt we've much to gain from fraternization. Blessing of the moon. I doubt we've much to bless.
What do you mean people have boring taste? A lot of people have boring taste. What is this boring taste concept?
What?
Like I don't get it.
The only thing, I mean, I guess I would prefer that I
Pretty
could
big.
sense somebody's identity when it comes to, like, that, but... Oh my god. I lost my ember. I was trying to use a homework phone, it just wasn't happening.
I took off my thing so you can summon me properly now. Yes, it's still going. I did see Digi's video and I didn't like it. I think I openly said that to him that I didn't like the video.
I mean, it all worked out in the end because everyone talks about it. I think people learned some stuff from the whole discussion of it, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I left my summon sign there properly now. It'll be totally Emperor Palpatine. Palpatine doesn't look so good. Well, the video felt like Digi's video on it was like, this is first world problems, the video. And it's like...
I don't I feel strangled when I think about that first world problems meme, though. Like, I really don't like that meme, because it basically is like, don't talk about anything.
Well, yeah, like, everything artistic is technically a first world problem, right? So...
I don't know, I think that art is probably a primary human characteristic, right? Like, you can have art behind water. Like, you might as well not be humans, like, if we don't have art.
His 3x3 video, I had no problem. I mean, I did have some problems with the way that he critiqued Erased. I would have done it differently. Let's just put it that way. But it wasn't bad. I mean, the sentiment was something I appreciated because I hate that show. So... Yeah, we're talking about the 3x3 stuff.
Whenever we go on this elevator, it makes me think of the one scene from episode 3 where they all live there.
Anime Everyday has the most... Are we being sarcastic about that, or are we being legit? Because I think his taste is fine. So, I don't know. Boring? Yeah?
So what's funny was, before I heard Digi say anything about Anime Everyday, I was like, this guy really likes the show. He's like, he's sincere, he's not lying. And then Digi actually mentioned it.
Well, I don't think his taste is... Yeah, why not? What he could have attacked Snob, that would have been actually more interesting. But I think that a lot of people are ignoring him lately, myself included, because there's nothing productive to be had from talking to that guy. Like, There's nothing productive about it. Joe, get next to me.
Oh, does the healing really work on both?
Yeah, I got a thing that lets me heal you, basically. Why didn't it heal you? Weird. He's gonna charge, like, roll left and right. He's gonna... Can you heal?
No, I don't.
Stay away. Attack, attack, attack! You got it! Oh my god!
Truly the way of the dark side.
Amazing.
You guys get Danny in the corner of my world.
Amazing. That was fantastic.
This is how democracy dies.
Oh, extreme censorship and persecution of artists would be a universal problem. Yeah, that's true. I agree. That would not be a first world problem.
Instead of activating the gargoyles, they jumped off the world. Damn it.
Yeah, maybe I was too brash in saying that art is like first world sort of stuff, because
I
it's...
think art is a human right. Like, the form of human beings is a creature that requires things that the body doesn't need.
Yeah. Agreed.
You know, I'd also say that if, like, art is persecuted, then it's not a first world country anymore. Like, it demotes the country. Like, you don't have certain rights.
It's true. I'm trying to plug stuff in the dark. Ugh. Electrical sockets. I'll be right back, 1 sec. Joe, keep the people entertained.
I'm eating a cracker. I don't know how to be entertaining right now. I'm getting kidnapped by a gargoyle. That's a thing. I guess you could call ratings boards like persecution in some cases, like artistically. but it's like very specific. Like giving a movie like Inglourious Bastards an R rating for violence isn't really persecution, because Inglourious Bastards wanted an R rating. Or like, there's some movies where like they'll deliberately put like fuck into the script like more than 2 times so that they can get like a PG-13 or an R rating, because they don't want to be considered a G film, because G is like kids stuff according to them.
That's
but
true.
then there's movies like there's this movie called GBF, which isn't a particular, it's not an exceptional film, but the reason that it got like, I think it had like a PG-13 or maybe an R. I think it was an R. It had an R rating because it like had gay people in it, and it was like incredibly strange. Like, this movie is such a fucking like teenager like movie, and then they're like, yeah, this probably needs an R rating.
Wait,
Cool.
GBF was rated R? I forgot.
It was whatever it was too high for the movie. Like, it was like inappropriate for the film. And like, people were comparing other films with the same amount of swearing, the same level of content, the same level of violence, and it was like they're all getting PG-13 or whatever the lower rating was. And then it's like obvious that this one just got like
Dicked over by the MPAA
things. And like, I'm kind of amazed that like fucking like, what's it called, Paranorman wasn't really about gay issues, but that movie, did things that normally get punished by the ratings board, but it kind of got away with it because it was so aggressively appropriate for children that it was like, it's like you have to force their hand for them to give a movie a fair rating. Then there's this thing where it's like consensual lesbian sex, NC-17, but like home invasion rape scene, R. Like, what the fuck? Like, why? How the hell is like?
It's not quite as bad as that anymore, but it was like that in the 90s and 2000s, the early ones.
I mean, what? Blue is the Warmest Color was pretty recently. Didn't that get an NC-17?
Was Blue is the Warmest Color NC-17? I can't remember.
I could be wrong about that. It might have been unrated or R, but I could have sworn.
I think it was, but I don't know. I can't remember.
I find it a little bit hard to get into that movie because of the fact that, like, I don't like one of the main characters, but I mean, it's still, they're good characters. I just don't like that one, so it's sort of like it makes it, which is weird because they're also one of the most iconic and appealing things about the film. It's a weird movie.
It's actually 2 films,
Yeah, it's part 1 and part 2. I like part 1 more than part 2, but part 2 has a lot of really cool aspects to it. Like, I like the ending of it.
A very small percentage of people go throughout their lives without having sex. Very, 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 very small percentage.
I thought it was interesting. There's this manga. I don't know if it's a good manga because I never finished it, but I hear it's considered kind of trashy. But there's this manga called Loveless, where basically if people are virgins, then they have cat ears. But if you're not a virgin, then you don't have cat ears anymore. Which is like sort of counterintuitive to me, but okay. So anyway, very few old people have cat ears. There's like an old lady that's a teacher and she has cat ears, and it's like, aw, virgin. But like everyone else like doesn't have cat ears for the most part. And I guess it's a reflection on what the author thinks like about society, that like only kids are virgins, or that virginity is associated with innocence. Which would be you could make that really fucked up. Because you just have a character with, like, no cat ears. It's like a little kid, and you're like, oh, they must have had sex at some point.
The point is that it's like, I feel like fiction that has more erotica elements in it, because we can define whether or not a film is for sexual arousal or like artistic purposes, And something like blue is the warmest color is artistic in nature, and I feel like it should not have an NC-17 rating. Because I think it's going to be most profound to teenagers who are growing up. And it's very real, you know? I think I had my first sort of sexual experience when I was 15. So, and it would have been nice to have movies like Blue is the Warmest Color to sort of view. It's queer cinema. I think it's important, I think, it's a reality that us teenagers, we do that sort of stuff. So, and it's like, who are they trying to protect us from? Or, like, you know, watching two people make love or whatever for 5 minutes, does that really warrant an NC-17 rating? I don't buy it. Like, I don't buy that it's like should be restricted or inappropriate. You know, I don't think it's ethically in the right. An R rating would be fine. NC-17 means that kids can't see it. If it didn't get an NC-17, kids saw it and parents would have a riot. I don't know. I think if it was an R, I would be fine with it. I know that what I am fine with doesn't reflect on the general population, but that's whatever.
My problem is that heinously violent films can get away with having an R, but then just a film with pretty lovey-dovey sex is that's so fluffy. Is that really something? A kid is more likely to be traumatized by a horror movie than they are by a movie that has relatively peaceful sex scene.
I agree with Joe.
I think sex is a lot less disturbing, really. For instance, would people be shocked by sex if it weren't for the fact that society tells us it's all ooh, if a kid that was some sort of feral child saw a movie with sex in it and wasn't exposed to the way that Western culture views sex, would they really be that shocked by it, or it'd be oh, they're doing a thing in the movie,
Sex is scarier to people because our culture is that way. I don't believe that it should be. I think that that's very it's a cultural thing that it's so shocking, and I mean, we have it embedded in our beliefs that sex leads to, and sexuality leads to, destruction of entire civilizations. There are people who believe, I've seen, oh, the U.S. is turning into Sodom and Gomorrah.
Family values.
We're the next Babylon or some shit. It's I don't. It's so culturally ingrained, and I don't buy it.
These dogs are pretty tough, by the way. I would compare them. I think they're stronger than the Bloodborne dogs.
It doesn't matter if they see it or not, they'll crave it regardless.
If a gay movie makes someone gay, they were already gay.
Yeah, if a gay movie makes someone gay, they're already pretty gay. So.
You can't, if anything, they were just delaying the inevitable.
I agree.
Well, the thing is, people want, they want to have birth-rate kids or whatever. They want their kids to be a certain way. But by, like, forcing them not to be how they are, all you're doing is, like, oh no, they're gonna kill Yol. Oh no. Did Yol die? I was trying to talk to Yol and then he got attacked by dogs and I died.
He's probably not dead.
Hope not. He had a little bit of health.
Taboo sex is not that universal. Like, I don't know. There are cultures, yeah, Japan was pretty open about it. India was extremely open about it. I mean, the Kama Sutra is a thing. So,
did a move that looked like a sword art, but I didn't lose any magic.
Japan was sexually open in its ancient days, and now it's like the opposite. And the suicide rates are skyrocketing.
Yeah, and people aren't having kids. The birth rates are declining. Sometimes I wonder if the reason, okay, there's no way this is the case because the whole problem with guys being afraid to have sex with girls and have real relationships or whatever wasn't really a thing back then. But I almost kind of wonder if the reason they're keeping the censored porn law that seems like useless is that they think that it'll make real sex more appealing to young people. Like, oh yeah, you have to get the premium version. This is just the free trial. Like that sort of thing.
I'm having an extremely hard time with this game as a cleric build, and I had a breezy peasy lemon squeezy like frickin' time when I was doing Dex plus Strength build. If you want to challenge yourself, go for cleric. This thing is so fucking weak.
It's like the Final Fantasy like white mage playthrough. I finally upgraded my weapon, so it's a lot better now, like dealing with all this stuff. I'm not using a freaking staff, so that's a good change.
Abyss Watchers gave me such a hard time first time I was going. This is the only time in the game, along with Pontiff Sullivan, that I was like seriously stuck on for a while. I beat it first try, New Game Plus, easy, but we'll see. We'll see how Abyss Watchers is doing. If my skills have improved. Okay, instantly got hit. I don't know if my skills have improved or not when I'm just hurling fucking lightning bolts at it.
The dark side of the Force is unimaginable power. You don't need to be good at Dark Souls.
Oh, come on. I healed too early there. Oh well, I got lucky.
You cannot use Arcade X-Men gremlin things.
I also have summon help, so this isn't legitimately like playing this boss fight. Albeit it's NPC.
Is this boss especially like you shouldn't use summoning?
No, I mean it's like it's just not playing the game fair as it was meant to be. Well, actually, what am I talking about? Of course it was meant to. They put it there for a reason. They put the summon sign there for a reason. So, but I'd like to not have my ass handed to me right now.
They didn't give you that ability to prevent you from using it, you know? Like, they put it there for a reason.
Hope you don't mind my intervention just a little bit coming in to smash him up. There is no boss music.
These guys look like the dude from Holy Mountain. That's funny.
Let's see if we can put on some music.
This is like the only group of people where like multiple of them know what Holy Mountain is.
Oh my god! Yeah, sure have a lot of work with dogs. Why did the game decide I needed these? I can turn off the Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban music now. Okay. We'll roll with it. I feel like I'm a dirty cheater for doing that. But, oh well. I beat him, Joe. I just had to have someone summoned in that was an NPC, but... yeah. Mischief managed!
This lady just gave me a fire hug and now I'm dead.
Well, very what that.
No, but it's still John Williams. So even though it sounds like Harry Potter, or it sounds like fucking yeah, it sounds like Star Wars a little bit. Touch the demon inside me.
In the car, we were all playing a game. It's like, is this Star Wars or Harry Potter? And we listened to the soundtracks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I try to pick ones that I thought sounded ambiguous, but I didn't always remember which is which. It's like, there's one point where we basically played Hedwig's theme, and it was obvious that it was Harry Potter.
Oh man, that was incredible.
Oh, you're beginning. Let us. Oh my, it's not what. Come again.
I need to find the miracle lady. Get her to give me some miracles. Should I go life ring or Sonus? I'd go life ring. I'd go life ring. Let's go find that cleric lady. No, it's not John Williams. Are you serious right now? I'm feeling melancholic. Thanks for a healing orb. This is Barnes and Noble music. Bill Evans. Okay, it's Barnes and Noble music. That's fantastic. Oh my god. Bill Evans is like one of the classic like jazz pianists and is a huge influence on Filthy Frank's music. Believe it or not. That's so funny. Barnes and Noble music? Oh man. I'll turn it off just for that.
Yeah, I made peace with the giant dude.
Oh, you did? Cool.
He's a good dude. He just throws spears. Wasn't afraid of anything. Dies in one hit for some reason.
Does he die in one hit?
I don't know. I think it took more than that, but Ben didn't really have to fight him when he attacked him. He was preparing for the game, though, so. Man, he's confused. Oh no, he figured it out. You know, the guy,
What? Bill Evans looks 60s? Yeah, I mean, kind of old school. I don't think it's 60s.
Hey, you're in the same area as me. I wonder if I could summon you to fight with us against the fire demon.
Against which demon?
The fire demon?
It's a bed of... I was gonna say bed of chaos. It's the rotten wood boss over here. And I'm looking for the cleric to summon. And also maybe the pyromancer.
I could help you with this boss if you want. I'm not quite in this area.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'll be the fire demon. I'll be the Crap, how do I get the elevator back now? I never thought about the consequences of this.
Of what?
I sent the elevator down and now I have no elevator.
There's a switch close by that'll let you activate it again.
I'm at the place with Onion Knight.
Yeah, there should be a switch close by.
God, Anakin is full hollow right now.
I'm getting pretty tired though. I don't know how much longer I'll be at this. Fucking Dark Souls 3. Where the hell do I go? There's a way up into this building, isn't there? I remember there being a way up into this building.
That building? You... yeah, you go around that way, actually. I think. I could be wrong.
Overwatch? Jeez, I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I haven't actually gotten to play it yet. We missed the beta, so...
I know everyone loves it though. Yay. Hooray
I mean,
for...
it's good that people are
I just don't
enjoying
like that kind of game. Like, I was never into Team Fortress, so I don't think it would be my... I don't think it'd be my jam at all. I'm not saying it won't be though for many people. Okay.
Are you enkindled right now?
I'm kindled.
Because I'm like right next to where you are.
Yeah, one sec. I'm gonna free the pyromancer.
I get most to the...
What? Really? It's being advertised? At Taco Bell? Overwatch? Damn.
Your Baja Blast.
I've seen that happen with Subway in Uncharted 3. That happened with Uncharted 3 and Subway. It's like, buy the Subway cups and get the codes. Uncharted Adventure Subway. Okay, where are you, Joe? I'll summon you in. Or vice versa.
I'm gonna look at where you are. Let's see. Shit. Oh no, I just got killed. Okay, I'm at the basic, I'm at the fire of this area. So like, if you just came off the fire, you're at that little gate.
I bought those Subway cups for Uncharted. And where are you again?
I'm at the undead settlement fire next to the like witch that sicks the dogs and all the zombies. I'm going through a house full of what are these enemies with hats on that like sneak up on you?
What's the bonfire actually called? Like, do you know what the name is?
It says undead settlement when I'm there. There's this big courtyard with a bonfire, a couple bridges. I think I need to go that way to get to you.
Dilapidated bridge, undead settlement. Cliff underside. I'll assume it's undead
no,
settlement.
I haven't gotten to dilapidated bridge yet. I made peace with the guy that throws spears at dilapidated bridge, though. Okay, now I'm getting to the part of the town that you're at.
No, I'm at undead settlement. I just teleported here.
Oh, crap.
You want to go back to the bonfire? Oh, wow. You can see the giant pulling back the bow over here.
Now I'm at the bridge, by the way. I'm trying to get back. I'm all lost. I know.
Well, I just threw myself off the edge of a cliff accidentally by hitting R2. So... I will just teleport to where the new bonfire that you're at. Don't you dare move.
Good number, oh nice.
Video games are low quality films. Wonderful. No, it's a different medium. Dummies. For Uncharted, maybe. For Uncharted 4, from what I've seen, the dialogue in Uncharted 4 is really well written and everything is like on the same level as Last of Us from what I can gather. It's pretty cool. I put my sign down.
Oh, I'm gonna summon you.
Yeah, or... well, do you want me to...
I thought I was gonna help you with the boss or something. I can summon you.
Yeah, just summon me.
I just gotta figure out where the fire is.
I put it at the dilapidated bridge bonfire. Did you not find that yet? You said no?
No, I mean, I'm here. I'm at the bridge. I just can't find the bonfire.
You have to... Okay, you're on the stone bridge, right? It's a broken
the one
bridge.
That gets stuff thrown at it.
What?
Its name is Dilapidated Bridge. That's not like my opinion on the state of the bridge. That's just what it's called.
The bridge is literally dilapidated over here.
Yeah.
So, if you're on the stone bridge, then you turn to the right, and then you see walk straight, and you'll see a bonfire. But it's probably not the right bridge. You're probably at a totally different bridge, Joe. Please just teleport back to that first one and let me summon you. That's Undead Settlement. Homeward Bone there or something. Well, like David Cage, for example, is the perfect example of like, I want to be a film, blah, but I can't actually write or shoot anything. So...
Is it the cinematography that's the problem with those? Like, I mean, I think
Partly.
it's more the writing than the cinematography. Like, the writing just frustrates me. Like, the fucking, like, stupid boyfriend character from Beyond Two Souls, or like that insanely almost like low budget like anime that don't even get dubbed, like diner scene like sequence, like that kind of shit. That's like, movies shouldn't have stuff that generic in them. Like, it's frustrating. Like, some of the stuff in Beyond Two Souls is like, I like it. Some of the stuff I'm like, how is this even passable? Like, how can anyone write this and go, yeah, this is good enough? It's really weird, because usually I'm not that critical, but that game frustrates me a little bit. So close to catching up.
Joe, do you know, it's the fucking the first bonfire in this area. Can you please go there?
I'll go to the Undead Settlement. I just gotta use a homework bone.
Okay.
Like, is any of this for real or not?
Okay, I got there now.
Okay, summon me in. I'm watching the Kingdom Hearts intro and like trying to think about the cinematography here.
I really like that intro. Like, I don't know.
I do. I don't know if the cinematography, like, there's so many weird edits in this.
Creative.
Yeah, it's creative. But like for example, Riku had like these weird like multi-match cut like crossfades. This is so weird.
Also, this song is like singing about a romance, and they've got like Riku and Sora being portrayed as like it's about them, but it's like, isn't it ostensibly about Kairi? What is going on? That game half-assed the Kairi romance so much.
The opening is so like Final Fantasy VIII, by the way, for Kingdom Hearts. It's like Final Fantasy VIII with a pop twist.
You know, the only part of those games where I actually shipped him with Kairi was the scene where like he was a Heartless.
After Dawn was fun. I don't think it was trying to be like David Cage or overtly ambitious, and it certainly was a graphical powerhouse, I think, on the PS4. Until Dawn, if that's what you mean.
I liked Until Dawn. It knows what it is, and it does a good job being that.
Like, it had some self-awareness. David Cage has no self-awareness. And Shadow the Hedgehog. Telltale, okay, so I played the Walking Dead games, and you know, it was good. I had no problem with it, but I know people do. Did you get the Estus shard from that thing?
From what thing?
That clown. There's one in front of it. Okay, it's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me.
No.
I didn't expect you to run in.
I thought I was supposed to go get it.
Well, why don't you go back to the bonfire and then go reinforce an Estus flask? And nothing, and most of the scenes in Kingdom Hearts have no music for some reason. Huh, I never noticed that. Can you give an example so I can watch it? I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 1 since I was like 6 or something. It's been a long time.
I just remembered that one of the things that I would do when we originally played Dark Souls 1 was that, like, instead of saying use an Estus, I would say eat an Estus, which doesn't make sense since you drink them. But I kind of find that funny. I don't know. There's something about it. Like, there's something nostalgic about it.
Eden Estus. You're right. You did say Eden Estus. My brain is melting. I've been playing way too many video games again today. You're giving me too many things lately. You're all I need. Whoa, whoa. You smiled at me and said that.
Is the blacksmith the one that you used to?
Yes, Andre.
Yeah. Because I also had an undead bone shark.
Don't
too.
get me wrong, I love you, but does that mean I have to meet your father? If we were older, you'd understand these lyrics don't make much sense. Don't you think they are quite strange? Are quite strange. When you walk away, you don't hear me say please. Oh baby, don't go. I can't click on that link because I didn't have the website open until just now. I remember there was some weird absences of stuff as well. Yeah, I remember that. That was weird. There's a lot of weird stuff like that. I remember scenes like that in the Tarzan areas. Man, some of the production values in Kingdom Hearts 1 was not that good.
I think Kingdom Hearts 1, like, I'm hearing echo, I'm hesitating.
You're hearing echo again? Great.
The team that developed it seemed confused.
Yeah, there's just an awkward pause.
Now that's what I call burning some honey bun. Oh yeah.
This scene, what?
Moulai's the best. Now wait a minute, I'm the best. Mushu's the best.
And now there's an angle on the characters, and it's zooming back.
Mushu's the best.
And then fade to black. And then it just fades in, and now we're in a completely what?
I've heard a great deal about you, Fagolat.
This is so stiff! What the fuck? So bad! Oh my god. That's like so schlocky. I didn't even remember it being that bad. Well, it's like, it's weirdly paced. It's so strange. Like, the characters will just stand there and like, and then fucking, it's, oh my god. Like, the way that it's cut is bizarre. Almost Lynchian. Oh my god. It's so weird.
Oh my god, I just realized what the steel soldier helm looks like. Hello.
Hello.
I'm not role-playing very well. I don't think Darth Vader would go, hello.
No, and we're down to 5 viewers. It's okay.
It's not like this is LARPing. Just cosplay.
I don't think I'd ever call Kingdom Hearts story good, but it's like endearing, I think.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. It serves its purpose, and I think it knows what it is. Like, there's a difference between the types of stories that they would write for Final Fantasy and the types that they use for Kingdom Hearts. Like, they clearly evoke plot in a certain, like...
Final Fantasy does have weirdly better direction, though, doesn't it? It's like, when I think about those cutscenes in contrast to what we're seeing in Final Fantasy X, even, it's like, Final Fantasy X, regardless of what you think about it, it still had better, like... My favorite David Lynch film is, easily Blue Velvet. So, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's that really quirky aspect. And then the music, I love the music.
Same.
This guy has so much help.
I wish that Kingdom Hearts had kind of just, like, finished itself off and...
Where? Caduceus round shield.
Oh.
Caduceus?
Kingdom Hearts is way overdue. It should have finished itself like a long time ago. We were all kids when that shit started, and it should have ended when we were still kids.
Purposed it for something though. They
Joe,
use it to experiment with different gameplay styles. It's like
Careful.
the franchise kind of has an identity as sort of a pioneer franchise. Oh, there's the bonfire. I never walked into this building. I always run past it. It's weird because I have a file where we got further, but my brother was also playing, so it's like sometimes I wasn't involved in things and I didn't know about stuff.
Joe, come here.
Yeah, I fell through.
You have to get back up somehow.
There. It's like go inside that building.
Joe, over here.
Oh, there he is. I found him. Oh.
Why is he after me?
Gotta get this battle somewhere. Oh god.
Joe, you're dead if you don't get out of there.
Yeah. I know. I'm having trouble with the geometry of the map. Ah, shit. I'm trying to roll, but rolling disorients the camera. Ah,
Kingdom Hearts 3 being Birth by Sleep is kind of nonsense, so... If anything, it was like a self-contained blip. So... I wonder if it does more harm to the franchise than anything. Because it's like Birth by Sleep and then 365 Days Over 2, and it's like all these things just expanded on it where I don't... Should it? Yeah, everything has become really complicated for some reason. I put my summon...
chased me over to a bunch of those barrel guys. Oh, I'm at the second bonfire now. Should I go to the first one?
No, I put my sign down on that second bonfire.
Oh, okay.
Who did they start killing off? I mean, spoilers for Kingdom Hearts, right? I don't care. I don't care. But I'm just wondering who they killed. I haven't seen Dream Drop Distance.
that description of the situation is adequate. Like, I mean, what Thanatos just said, that gives us about as much as we need to know.
What's like Neku Saraba or something like shit?
Oh, Neku Sakuraba.
Right over here. There's a Titanite shard at the end of this.
Look her trousers. I don't know if this build has a high luck stat or what, but for some reason, like, random mooks were dropping Titanite shards. That's probably discovery rather than luck. I think I'm mixing up the two.
Young Skywalker.
Oh, but yeah, do you see the helmet I'm wearing?
Yeah.
No, let's kill these guys first. At least from my perspective, like from the camera perspective, it looks identical to the Darth Vader helmet.
Oh my god.
Thanks, comics. Get a handout.
The Kingdom Hearts 1 kind of ended on a bittersweet note, didn't it? Did Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
2 sort of ended pretty well in itself, didn't it? Like I remember Kingdom Hearts 2 having an ending that feels like the end of the franchise. Like I don't know, it's weird. Like I don't know if it still holds up that way because it's been so long, but it feels like Kingdom Hearts 2 could have ended it.
Oh, there we go. You know, to me, by the way, in Dark Souls, I think the Age of Dark implies that instead of relying on magic, the humans will, like, rely on technology. So, like, if they do Dark Souls 4, I think it should be, like, some sort of Industrial Revolution thing.
It may or may not be something like that. I still
Well,
hope for a
it seems
sci-fi
like- okay,
interpretation,
you know that
but
plot point
Miyazaki
is
is supposedly not working on them. It's gonna be like Yui Tanamura or whatever. It's gonna work on the other Dark Souls games.
So, at least they do have some experience. But, what I was thinking was, okay, so you know how there's that weird zombie thing going on in Dark Souls 1?
Yeah.
I think that will be the villain of Dark Souls 4. Like that whole deal. Blood bite ring? Do you need a blood bite ring?
No.
I'd like for the, okay. You rang a bell? What was that?
My chime. My miracle worker chime.
I can teach you miracles, Skywalker.
Doesn't Birth by Sleep technically have like a over here, Joe? Technically have a bittersweet ending because it's like Sora will live on or whatever.
Oh, hey, Slug is up here. I can't reach it, never mind. Shit. I didn't even know that guy was there. When did he show up? How's he even gonna get to? I guess he can jump off.
This dude is a turd. He's an NPC.
Oh, okay, that's why they didn't tell us.
Wow, Kingdom Hearts sounds like it's going into a lame direction.
The events, Kingdom Hearts is weirdly Lovecraftian, like, because of all the weird storylines that they try to write, they end up accidentally having this, like, Lovecraftian sort of lore.
Is it Lovecraftian or is it clusterfuckian?
I don't know, just thematically, the types of plot devices that culminate in confusion are actually, like, very similar to the stuff that's in the Lovecraft books.
Careful, back away.
And then there's the fact that
back away.
Oh, sorry. That would have worked out great, but
We still have arrows being shot.
I think that he's friends with us now, though.
Yeah, but he'll shoot arrows at them. So you gotta stay away from them.
Yeah, that's true. I usually think about that, but I haven't really considered it this time. He's got pretty good aim, though. It's weird, like, you have to get close enough for the guy to take it personally, or he won't attack him. Like, he just doesn't notice them unless you, like, get near them. But once you've been near them, you know, he knows. This place is a little ambush.
Did you get that item?
I was trying to hit him and then ambush. There's a gap of what I was trying to do.
Did you already get that item?
Yeah, I already got it.
Did you get the bone dust as well over here?
I think so. There's something up in this little house, but I can't reach it. My jumping is bad. I don't know if there's an upgradable jumping skill, but
it's not upgradable.
It's like a platform. So.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is fun. So, what are you interested in getting?
There's this thing over there, and it's a big one. Oh, weird. I never made that jump before. Great sight. That's pretty good. I don't know if Ben has that, but I'll tell him to get it, because he's, like, really big on sights for some reason. Probably because of the Grim Reaper. My little brother loves skeletons. Which is good news when you're playing this game, because there's a shitload of skeletons in this game.
Actually, before we go in there, maybe we want to go back and do something first. You can join the mound makers first.
Mound maker.
Yeah, having a Wii makes you not able to play anything. It's really funny. You get to play the Nintendo games.
Yeah, you get to play everything but everything.
Yeah, that's... We would like to play Skyward shit in Mario Galaxy.
Oh, should I double check all these doors?
No, they're locked.
Oh, hey, my soul.
Over here. Over here, my apprentice. And you get to play the best version of Silent Hill Shattered Memories. So that's like something, I guess.
I look like the good Vader from Star Wars Infinities. Not Disney Infinities, but a different the comic.
Follow me.
A lot of souls.
I'm trying to remember. No, okay, we have to go back.
I got you. I sometimes forget this, but I think there are combos in these games.
Here we go. Over here.
Okay. Still fighting that guy?
Careful, there's a lot of things around here.
Wait, I might die. Ah, shit.
Didn't I just say to be careful?
I was trying to be careful. Nobody isn't careful just like in response to somebody saying that, like on purpose.
Yeah.
Like as if somebody was griefing.
It's not a big deal.
I was trying to back up and heal, but I got stuck on someone.
Yeah, this has been going on for a long time. You just want to pick this up later?
Sure.
Okay. Well, that'll be the end of the stream, I think, for now. Thanks you all for sticking around for so long, or the 3-4 people who did. And we'll see you next time. Next time on Game Grumps. Except we do 3 hours long. Bye.